Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be budgeting out the second weekly paycheck for the month of April. And I'm just going to come down here to our savings sweep line and pull out the money for this paycheck. So $1,321 ready to assign. And if you missed any of my prior videos, in the monthly paycheck video, I did tell you that a good portion of this money came from our federal and state tax refunds, and I will be showing you how I'm going to use that money in one of the upcoming Transfer Tuesdays. But anyway, so for my husband's gas, he gets $240. For my gas, I get $235. For Christmas, we don't budget anything here with these paychecks. My husband does get a cell phone and gas allowance check for $200 every month, and rather than just apply it to gas and cell phone, which we already have covered, we just put it here in our Christmas fund. At his prior job, he used to get a uniform allowance, and so we did the same thing. We just put the uniform allowance to Christmas, so it's kind of like when he switched to this job, we just said, oh, well, we'll just make this go to Christmas. It just kind of made sense in our brains. So it's just a $200 check that we get. I don't typically show that like how I budget that, because it's just one check, and but I do tell people in my videos, so that will go get added when that check gets here. But anyway, we budget $25 for Christmas for gifts for other people. $50 goes to tithe. $10 towards my husband's oil changes. $10 towards my oil changes. $5 towards the motorcycle oil changes. $30 towards my husband's tires. $35 towards my tires. $7 towards my car registration. $3 towards my car inspection. $7 towards my husband's car registration, and $3 towards his car inspection. I'm sorry. $1 towards our motorcycle inspection. I'm just looking at some of these numbers to see, like, this says it's $15 a year and we have $30. This says it's $129 due again in 2026. We already have it funded. I'm just wondering if I need to sit down with my husband and maybe reevaluate some of these. But anyways, that would probably be a whole nother video. Motorcycle insurance, motorcycle registration is $5. And car repairs for my car, $17. Car repairs for my husband's car, $17. Office supplies, $25. Pool maintenance is $10. There's a lot of money in there too. $10 in yard maintenance. There's a lot of money in there too. And $20 in house maintenance. I'm not too concerned with this because this is kind of on the low side. So if we needed to, we could just, pull from some of these. So those are fine. Let's see. Vacations, $100. Birthdays for us is $30 a month. And I did readjust that off camera the amount in there. I did use some of our tax refund check to like bring that back up so when the next birthday comes, it won't put us off track. Let's see. $35 for gifts for friends and family. We don't have to put anything there because our county runs a rabies clinic. They run it like 3 or 4 times a year. And it's a voluntary $5 donation. I always make the $5 donation. Sometimes we even give more because it's a cash thing. And my husband usually does it with one of the kids, and it's just what he has in his wallet. He just makes a donation. I have $5 there. I don't think we've ever used the actual $5 from here because like he literally just puts it in from his pocket when we do it. But uh we have two dogs, but one is the only one that will get the rabies shot is not due till 2026. Our other dog is a senior dog, and the last time she got a rabies shot, she had a really bad reaction. So we decided we are not doing that anymore for her. She really doesn't go out. She's, old. She sleeps so much. But anyway, dog food is $20. And HeartGuard is $8. And Frontline for other dogs is $5. Um, Vet is $10. Medicine and prescriptions $7. Doctor's copays are $30. Optometrist is $25. We do have my husband and my daughter who both wear prescription eyewear. I really probably should see an optometrist at this point and get prescription. I just keep buying readers off of Amazon and kicking that can down the road. But anyway, we do have people that do need to go, and we don't have vision care on our health plan. It's only if we have like a diagnosis like diabetes or some underlying health condition that we would require like it, and then it's covered, so we have to pay out of pocket for that. Motorcycle insurance is $7. Home decor, we're not putting anything in, although guys, my home needs some serious decluttering really, but also some updating. We have like all hand-me-down furniture, and I always thought, oh, we'll get there eventually. When you first get married and everything, yeah, it never happened because kids kept coming. We kept multiplying the kids, but anyway, we'll get there someday to like redo our furniture. But anyway, TurboTax $8. School events is $23. And school supplies is $10. And we're not putting anything into the dog kennel because we generally don't kennel our dogs. That's just there in case of emergency or if we had to. We ran into, I think I've mentioned this before, but we ran into a situation where we had to travel for my grandmother's funeral, and we ended up getting fortunate enough that my neighbor was willing to watch the dogs, but we realized that at that point that, we might have to kennel them at some point for something. We don't intend, like, we don't plan to, but so we figured it would be good to have money set aside for that. I mean, the more I think about it, it probably could just be a part of our emergency fund. Does it really need to be another line? I don't know, but it's there nonetheless. We're going to put $1 for my husband's license. So I mentioned in the I think it was March's closeout video where my husband renewed his license and he upgraded to the enhanced license. And so it was slightly more money than we anticipated. And I was going to adjust the amount that we put away each month so that in 8 years when he has to get a new license again, we'll have the right amount put away. But then when I did the math on that, we would need to put away $1.25 a month. And I was like, I don't really want to go through the trouble of changing like all of our transfers, because I have in our bank, I have a lot of auto transfer set up, and anytime I make a change in these numbers, I have to make adjustments in the auto transfers. And I was like, I don't know if it's worth it to change it for 25 cents a month for something that's going to happen 8 years from now. So I just left it at $1. I said, you know what? I'll just deal with that situation down the road. And $1 for my license. Same thing is going to happen with my license when it's due next year. But anyway, and then $10 for Amazon Prime. And the remaining $226 goes to Savings Sweep, because when we first started our budget many, many months ago, or years ago, I should say, that was what we were actually able to save. Like, there was no Savings Sweep line. This was it. This is what we were able to save. And so, as our income has grown, we obviously have the Savings Sweep line where we keep, some more of that money. But this is the original. $226 was what we were able to save at the end. But anyway, I'm going to put that into Savings Sweep. And so that gives us a balance in here of $13,379.16. A majority of that is our tax refund, which I will be showing you what I'm doing with in our Transfer Tuesday. So, yeah, you may have even seen that Transfer Tuesday by the time you see this video. But anyway, that's it for the second paycheck for the month of April. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share my channel with others, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.